For a while now, I wanted to go back and play this game again and finally review it. Other things just came up is all. But now is the time to finally get into Freedom Fighters, a cult game by IO Interactive, the developers of Hitman, and Hitman, and Hitman, and also Hitman. But most importantly, you never suspect Hitman.
We get it, move on!
I never grew up playing this game, but I remember playing the demo on a PlayStation demo disc back in the day, and I did get to the final level on PC during my teen years, but never finished it. So since GOG was selling this game for only a few dollars on sale, it was clearly time to give this game another go and finally complete it, to see if it's truly underrated and deserving of a sequel, let alone remake. Freedom Fighters was developed by IO Interactive and published by EA in the year 2003 for Windows PC, GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2. It was abandonware for a while, and then IO Interactive brought the game back. I got it on GOG, where they're now the sole developer and publisher of the IP. The game is a semi-open sandbox-ish third-person shooter where you can command freedom fighters to aid you in completing objectives. Basically, it's Mercenaries' Playground of Destruction, or Homefront the Revolution, before they existed. It's definitely not as open-ended as Mercenaries, but it tries to be something like that, as you'll tackle objectives in different orders, and if you don't do certain optional ones, it can lead to more challenges in the future, such as bloody attack helicopters. During World War II, the Russians were the ones to use an atomic bomb, decimating Europe as they slowly surrendered to USSR occupation, with the Cuban Missile Crisis still occurring before a full-scale invasion of South America, leaving many in the US to question when they'll be next, while others called them dumb fucking conspiracy theorists for believing in such things.
Isabella Angelina, a condo in Midtown Manhattan, drain plug, and a leaky garbage disposal.
Do we have to get the crappiest route every Monday morning? I wish for once we get a fancy condo on the east side with a view. Whoa.
You play as Chris Stone, a plumber who, alongside his brother Troy, were heading out to a job at a woman's apartment before the invasion kicked off. As Troy is considered the woman's lover and is taken away by Russian forces, the woman turned out to be a leader in the freedom fighter movement. Now Chris must fight back and go from plumber to freedom fighter, working alongside a mysterious man named Jones, the Kid, the Jar Jar Binks of the game, and Isabella, as you attempt to take America back from the USSR.
This sort of action against the Soviet Liberation Army will not be tolerated.
If you've ever played a third-person shooter before Resident Evil 4 or Gears of War, then you'll remember how clunky they were. I mean, good God, the camera centering above the camera like this is annoying. It's so common levels of trash. But hey, you'll eventually get used to it, even if it comes with some janky glitches.
What the hell is that?
The keyboard and mouse setup works outside of navigating the UI, where, for one, It doesn't scale properly with resolution, so at 1080p, things look a bit weird.
This is gonna be a good game.
Also, the cursor has highly low sensitivity, so it moves at a slog pace. Thankfully, you can use the arrow keys and enter button and escape buttons respectively to navigate the UI. Also, thank God they explain your objectives, since the text is so small.
Your brother is being held somewhere inside. Raise your flag on the roof to signal our victory. To get near the police station, you'll have to destroy a sniper's nest on the gas station.
Outside of those complaints, the game controls pretty well, and the shooting is serviceable for the time. No gun feels impactful, and having to use the scroll wheel to switch between inventory items in the heat of the moment, especially first aid kits to avoid dying, can be a bitch. Seeing how the hotkey buttons of 1 through 0 are utilized for other things.
Take them down! Eliminate them!
After you save Isabella, the leader of this freedom fighter movement, who literally does nothing the entire game and just gets captured again towards the end, you can recruit followers now. Those circles under your health are how many you can have following you at all times.
You won't be alone. Ever since you proved yourself by rescuing me, people are starting to believe in you. I'll let you lead 2 of my best men into action.
Come on! Follow me!
Okay,
Fall in! Yes, sir! I'm ready!
As long as they are recruited, these guys will follow you wherever you go, just like bodyguards. Now go fight. Good luck.
The other bar is your charisma. Max it out and gain 1 more follower slot, with up to 12 total apparently, though I never got that many by the end of the game. You can command these followers to attack, hold, and follow. Pressing the hotkeys 1, 2, and 3 will allow you to command each one individually at a time, or holding it will rally the entire squad to follow whatever you order.
Take this. You're gonna be fine.
I got you now.
Relax. Gotcha.
They tend to be good on their own and can usually take a beating. If one gets downed, you'll need to use up a first aid kit on them to revive them. Medical supplies are not that common in a lot of areas, so be careful with your squad on top of yourself.
Get back here! Go, go, go! Hit them! Wipe them out! Take them down! Bring it on! I'll patch you up.
Each member can come with different weapons. They can use assault rifles, shotguns, and more. I also swear I noticed that they'll run out of ammo and run off to pick up a dead soldier's gun to keep fighting. If my eyes aren't playing a trick on me, that's actually a nice attention to detail to make them more grounded like you. You'll use a variety of weapons. You got a handgun, revolver, shotgun, assault rifle, submachine gun, light machine gun, frag grenade, Molotov, sniper rifle, RPG, and a wrench, which acts as a melee weapon, especially for stealth kills, but also a tool used for manholes and freeing prisoners.
Do something. Get us out of here. We need to get back to the sewers. The Reds will be looking for us up here.
The weapon selection is limited, but it's a good variety overall still. I enjoy using the shotgun most of all. While not as satisfying as a shotgun should be, it does kill enemies in 2 hits on easy. Yeah, so we need to talk about the elephant in the room. No, we're not talking about your mother. Burn! We're talking about how enemies take several shots, even to the head, to kill. Now, I played the game on easy, for a reason. On higher difficulties, enemies can take several magazines from the assault rifle to down. Yeah, it's that bad. Even using that sniper rifle, aiming for the head takes 2 shots to down anyone. What's the point of a sniper rifle if it's just a long-range shotgun in this game?
Are you kidding me?
Even with the LMG, enemies can take several bullets to down. And remember, this is on easy, and there's a good reason why I played on it. Besides spongy enemies that will eat up what little ammo you can have on you at times.
Really, the only limit is your imagination.
Even on easy, you can get lit up very easily. In fact, I was using a lot of first aid kits on myself more so than my squad. And they're the ones I send out to deal with crowds and machine gun turrets usually. It's a pain how there's no way to increase your health with maxing out your charisma. Or even a plot point where you get better gear to withstand more of a beating. This game isn't going to be fun if you play on higher difficulties, that's for sure. But hey, it didn't ruin the fun for me. Just give me an LMG and I'll make the Reds see their precious red.
I see what you did there.
Смерть крысам! We're taking fire!
The game usually offers multiple locations to visit. Sometimes you'll need to visit one first and it's not obvious till you find out the hard way. Each location usually has a set of objectives like blow up a bridge, gas station, power pylons, or helipads. On top of freeing prisoners and liberating the area by removing the USSR flag and replacing it with the US one. Man, I can hear the progressive screeching.
Thanks. Don't forget the flag.
Each location varies in size and difficulty, sometimes allowing for multiple ways to approach objectives, like infiltrating a warehouse may have a front that's heavily guarded, and a side door that's barely. Using cover and crouching, you can stealth past large, heavily armored groups and security posts.
Enter the police station through the parking garage, but stay low, or the soldiers will spot you.
There's a few missions, however, that if you've never played this game before, let alone have it in a long time like me, you'll find out for yourself the hard way of getting lost, getting very confused as to where to go and what to do. Sometimes you gotta go to one area instead of the one you wanted to go to, such as I need to blow up a bridge to stop a swarm of enemies from non-stop respawning so we can push into the city and occupy it. But I didn't find any C4 charges, nor did I come with any, so I had to run all the way back to the start of the level to find the manhole and go find another location and also hope, hey, maybe there will be some in the other place. Also don't help, you got a helicopter stalking you the whole time, wiping out your whole squad as you attempt to retreat.
Yo, man, blowing up that bridge will stop the Reds from stepping out into the other neighborhoods. But remember, you need some serious TNT if you're gonna do it right.
Is that all?
So I end up never finding charges, so I just said,
fuck it,
and never completed that objective. Turns out, it still completes itself if you liberate the area. You just don't get any charisma points for increasing your max followers is all. But, of course, anyone who has played this game will know of the plot twist. The most obvious plot twist in gaming, basically. It was so clear who was going to betray you the whole last time, and who the real villain was. I mean, come on. You could tell right away just based on the guy's voice and the fact he wasn't being mistreated like the rest of the apartment residents. Overall, this whole plot twist was just stupid.
What? You're not supposed to... Ah!
It is fortunate that you found me. Quickly, this way.
I don't know.
Sometimes I wonder how Mr. Jones gets all his information.
Beats me. He sure is connected, though. We'd be nowhere without him.
What did he do before the war?
I don't know. Probably worked on Wall Street or something. I think Chris and him go way back.
Excellent work. Your handling of the command center was very effective at quelling further advances by the Soviets. Well done indeed. I'm sorry to have to tell you, Chris, but your brother is dead. Shortly after he appeared on television, he was taken to Governor's Island. We understand that he was executed personally by General Tatarin. It is said that he died like a man, without a flinch or tear. I know it is painful, but you can be proud of him.
Hold up.
It is said that he died like a man.
Wait a minute.
Executed personally by General Tatarin.
Something ain't right.
I know it hurts, but we need to keep a cool head. We don't want to do anything irrational. Yet, I have a strange feeling about this.
Yes, well, you must understand that the only action now that will truly hurt the Soviet agenda is to assassinate Tatarin.
So, it's very obvious the reason why that is, right? I mean, come on.
Remember me, Chris? Yes, I know your name. Perhaps this is more familiar? Hello, Christopher. You see, I've resumed my original profession. You never questioned where all that juicy information was coming from. That's what I love about the Americans. One finger up the nose and the other on the remote control. You were also busy entertaining yourselves to death, while our great nation was busy. Busy liberating Europe from the same fate. Our horizon grew, while yours has faded out.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, and right after this plot twist, you got a forced sewer section. Yep, after the betrayal, you get swarmed with hundreds of Russian soldiers in near pitch-black, cramped sewer infrastructure. Dear God, and there's also platforming, because of fucking course there is. Oh, and you gotta love that video game logic where if you get too close to the edge, the jump button doesn't register, so you fall to your death and have to start the whole damn level all over again. Ugh, I don't even need to tell you how bad this is. This game literally says it for me in the most well-timed moment possible.
Oh! Enough! My patience is at an end. You will live to regret your actions.
The game is only around 3 hours long, basically. It also ends abruptly. You never go after Jones. You never actually save Isabella from being captured. You just storm the island. You went too earlier to assassinate the first USSR leader. To now liberate the entire thing with everyone involved. after you rebuilt the Freedom Fighter forces from the betrayal. Now, it's an all-out war on the island as you tackle several locations in any order of your choosing, but with limited supplies, you may want to choose what to do carefully. After you clear each area, you go directly for the fort, which is littered with so many soldiers you'd think you were playing Battlefield or Battlefront instead.
Eliminate them! Wipe them out! Bring it on! Do it! Attack! Eliminate! Move it! Destroy! Let's take them out!
You need to liberate each section of the fort, and in the end, the game just ends. You don't save Isabella, but she somehow is free, and then there's a forced romance between her and Chris, before the Jar Jar Binks douchebag that does nothing the whole ass time besides bitch, and act like he's a big bad motherfucker, narrates, and then the credits roll.
If it takes losing your whole world to find them.
What the fuck? The game hints at a sequel, that the Russians will be back with more soldiers and supplies, that the real fight is only beginning. But it just cuts to the credits and then abruptly goes to the main menu after the credits are done. Now you can quit the game because the PC port has nothing else to offer, unlike the consoles.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, turns out the PC port is missing an entire portion of the full game. This being the multiplayer mode, where one is the Freedom Fighters, the other are the Russians, and you run around capturing posts, commanding a squad, and fighting each other. Sounds neat, right?
Exactly.
Too bad.
The PC port has no multiplayer whatsoever, not even local. You also have no UI upscaling for 1080p resolution. It's a bitch basic port that leaves a bit to be desired, to say the least. But you know what's really good about this game? Even on PC? Yep. Time to talk about the soundtrack. Truly a great selection of orchestrated goodness with plenty of beats to boot. You like USSR style stuff? Then you'll enjoy this game's music. Yeah, alright. Cue the cutaway. At the end of the day, Freedom Fighters is an average game well worth playing. It's nothing great, but also nothing outright terrible. just a painfully average, forgettable third-person shooter that didn't really do anything to push the genre and wasn't exactly well polished.
This is our base. It's a safe zone. We store equipment here. With complete control of the sewer system, the tunnel—
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
With pacing issues and an abrupt ending, it could have been great, but IO Interactive never cares for anything but the Hitman series. I mean, that's all they've basically developed over the last 20 fucking something years, with several Hitman games, Freedom Fighters, and Mini Ninjas I think it was called, and also the upcoming 007 game that will just be a blatant reskin of the Hitman games.
You ain't lying.
If IO Interactive were to come back to this IP since they completely own it nowadays, the best course of action would be remake it as a first-person shooter, keeping true to the original concept and fleshing out the plot and characters while adopting various mechanics from modern games like Homefront the Revolution, Mercenaries, and Far Cry. It could work, but they're just too obsessed with re-releasing the same fucking Call of Duty of the stealth genre of gaming over and 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 over again.
Oh, he's true.
Still, you should give the game a fair chance. It's worth playing, but it's not worth its $15 asking price. That's way too much for what little this game has to offer you in turn. Wait for a sale. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.